Well, hello everyone. As you can see, there's been a bit of a change. Yeah, so this took on, I think I said in the last episode, it took on a bit of a mind of its own. Kind of went a little crazy with it, having so much fun with it though. So I kind of just want to show you around, and then we can get to building, yeah? Okay, so I'm gonna start in first person camera. So this is the entrance. It's a bit unfinished, but we're getting there. That's Main Street. Don't worry about it. It's unfinished. It's the Sea Institute. It's cute, right? I like it a lot. It's very vibrant and colorful and fun, and I don't know. And then this is one of the blueprints that's in the game. The flat rides in this are honestly amazing, and I couldn't do a better job myself. So I'm not even going to try, at least for now. You know, they're so good. I have this is an unfinished little shop I have to finish detailing, but there's a little teacups in here. See, there it is. There it goes. Isn't that, it's so good. I love it. So, this is about the dark ride. So let's focus on the dark ride right now. So, you have this really cool little sight line when you first walk in. You're like, oh wow! With like the little like EPCOT logo, kind of, with like the font kind of looks like The Simpsons. So is it The Simpsons? Okay, anyway. So you keep walking and you're like, oh wow, what a beautiful tree! And then you're like, oh wow! Facade! It's you! I don't know what your name is, but don't fall over. Okay, oh. We got a little Pip Shot juice, we got sushi, which might be a little weird to have sushi in a place that is all about fish. We just won't think about it. Look, a submarine! It's called a distraction! Okay, yeah, let's not talk about eating fish in a place where fish are fish. The Sea Institute, right? Cute little dark ride with like a cute little like facade happening. I'm just gonna cut the line if you don't mind me. And here we have some Nat Geo Kids little facts about the ocean, just because I could, and I was like, I don't know what to put on the wall, so that's what I did. Like, it filled it up with like a bunch of just like stuff. Uma Labs. Ooh. Okay. This is the submarine room. It has like, this is like a pre-built submarine, because I think it's really good, and I don't really know what I'm doing yet in this game. I'm good at scenes, not so good at vehicles. So, coral, just, you know, like a little like display of like things to be like on the lookout for. This was a solid wall, but there was some space underneath the rock in the facade, so I just kind of put like a little like aquarium windows. There's not really much in them. It's just kind of like for color and decoration, you know. Maybe I'll go back and like edit it a little bit, but for now this room is pretty okay, I think. It's a first dark ride, you know. It's not going to be crazy detailed because I kind of wanted to move on, and I did. See, like this room, kind of blank, but that's okay. And now the dark ride itself with the weird lights. I filmed this at night actually, because the lights are a bit weird. So this is the exit path, and you can see in and be like, hello, welcome back, travelers. I mean, you can yell at them if you want, but it's frowned upon. And then through here, you can see our next project in the distance floating. We need some higher berms, I think. We definitely need some higher berms, I think, because Poseidon is just kind of lurking over there, but that's okay. Well, anyway, I think it turned out really cool. I wasn't planning on making it a bigger thing, but it's a bigger thing, and I'm really happy I did, honestly. Yeah, we still have this half the land to work on, which is a lot. There's this boat ride, which is a lot. There's just like a lot of rock work that I did with this. I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of like you're in like a big reef, kind of is what I was trying to go for, maybe. There's a bird. Well, that takes me out of the illusion. Ugh, anyway. Yeah, I think it's a really cool, like, little land, you know? I could see it being built in, like, SeaWorld, maybe, or, I don't know, Islands of Adventure. A lot of people are saying that this reminds them of, like, Seuss Landing. I think I said it, like, the second or third part, but I love Seuss Landing. I didn't visit it when I was in Islands of Adventure. I don't know how. It's a loop. I don't know how I missed it, but it's just like a really nicely detailed little land. And that's like the nicest little compliment to have this compared to a really super well done land. I think it's just the highest compliment. So thank you. I might need some more benches with this restaurant, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, I'm going to turn you over to Past Me, and we will continue building this, and then I will put the POV of the ride at the end, because it's like 8 minutes long. Like, it's a long thing, and I didn't want to, like, put it at the beginning to kind of, like, that's, like, a lot to sit through, you know? Like, I'll put it at the end. I have chapters. You're good, you know? If you wanted to skip ahead, if you don't want to hear me yap about whatever I'm going to yap about, it's fine, honestly. I don't mind if you guys skip around in my videos. Never feel bad about it, because I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. So, see you at the end of the video, or see you in the next part if you skip around. So, thanks for watching. Yeah, okay. Goodbye for now. Well, hey, yeah, welcome to the speed builds. So I just want to start off by saying, holy crap! Thank you for all the love and support on all these videos. I was not expecting it at all. I think the first video is sitting at like over 1,000 views, which is nuts. I'm just a little simmer. I don't know. It's like it's all I do really is just build houses in The Sims, and so I'm here just like building a little dark ride and just oh my god. Anyway, the love that you guys have shown is crazy. I think I said in the last part, like, I joined some Discord servers, I'm sharing some stuff. The amount of love and support in these servers is crazy for Planet Coaster. It's just, and like, everyone's like learning together, and we're like just sharing ideas, and it's great, it's wonderful. And like, everyone has like a YouTube channel, and so we're all like sharing ideas and just like watching videos and getting inspired, and it's just, I don't know, I don't think I've been part of a community this active and kind of, I don't want to say small, it's not a small community, but it feels very, like, close-knit and small and wonderful. It's, I don't know, yeah, oh man, it's been a long time since I've, like, been part of an active community like this. The Sims community is, not to badmouth the community or anything, it's a really nice, lovely community, but I think because people play The Sims in such different ways, there's a lot of different areas and groups, and so yeah, they come together, but like when like a new pack comes out, they all come together, but for the most part it's, I don't want to use the term segregated, but it's very separate, you know? Like, we have people that tell stories on one side, you have people that tell like Instagram stuff on the other, you have machinima makers, you have builders, you have let's players, you also just have people that just like shitpost, which those are like the best videos. So, yeah, like, there's a lot of different ways that you let people play the game, and so sometimes it's not a very cohesive community. Which, that's great. I think, you know, having a lot of different ways to play a game is incredible, and having a community as diverse as The Sims is incredible, but it's also very large, so it's kind of hard to find like a space in which to like share ideas and all that stuff, because there's just, it's a very large community. So I hope the Planet Coaster community will get there at some point, and we'll just be, it's like that that gif of that girl in Mean Girls where she's like, I hope we could just eat a bunch of cake and be happy and a cake full of rainbows, whatever she says. Like, that's me. I don't know. It's a lovely little place. So anyway, I can gush about the Planet Coaster community for so long. I've been like a fan, like observing for years. But I don't know. Okay, so anyway, I was gonna put this netting over the queue, but I chose not to do it. I think it would be cool to add texture, but I don't know if you saw in the earlier queue portion. I didn't mention it, but this room looks very liminal. Like, I think it's the pipes and the weird lighting that I have going on in here. I did use the lighting that, like, oh yeah, see? It's very, like, back rooms, someone's gonna get murdered and disappeared, like, I don't know what's happening. It might just be because it's, like, daytime, and the lights are weird in daytime. These are okay, but you can kind of see them flickering a little bit. Again, I don't know if that's my computer, or if it's the game, or I don't know. If it's just because it is daytime, and the game doesn't do well with daytime at nights, or in the lights, I mean. I don't know. I don't know at all. And I do add, like, can lights up top, like the big, yeah, these lights. Well, no, not those lights. The round ones, the black round ones you can see. I add those in, and they're, like, really powerful, nice lights, but they still make the room look like a liminal death trap, so I don't know. Maybe I've seen a lot of, like, liminal pictures of, like, water parks and stuff like that, and I kind of low-key want to make one of those in this game. Like, a liminal water park with, like, big Grecian statues and vaporwave playing all the time. Like, that would be a really sick park. Like, don't mind me. I'll be over here building my crazy, you're gonna die soon 80s vaporwave park. You know? Yeah, that sounds like a really sick idea. I wouldn't want to visit it in real life. That'd be terrifying. This, I thought, was a cool room with, like, the little door that opens, but I wasn't really sure about, like, the light coming through. I was gonna say light pollution. Yeah, it's definitely light pollution. So I know that these two rooms here, I don't want to say they're not, it's not that they're unfinished, but I definitely didn't want to dwell on them because I'm not good at interiors. I know that first room had, like, things on the walls and all that, but, like, how many rooms can you do that in and have it be not boring to look at? Do you kind of get what I mean? Like, I didn't want to, like, repeat myself too many times. So I added these little windows here, which I love. Okay, I was gonna put, like, water to make it kind of look like there's, like, we're descending or whatever, and then I was like, that's stupid because you can literally see outside, so you would not be descending into anything because you can see the sun. So, but it was a cool idea, I thought. But I add, like, coral and stuff, and then I think I pushed the path back because the path is, like, right up against this wall, and I was kind of like, I don't want people. Oh yeah, here I do it because I'm like, I don't want people to be able to look into this queue area, and then it kind of, like, ruins, like, the illusion of there's no illusion, but I don't know, you know, like, when you're waiting in line for, like, the queue, I kind of want it to be, like, a separate thing. I didn't want you to be able to, like, look outside in a way. This area kind of becomes, like, a photo op in a way. So okay, if I can deep dive into the lore, deep dive, that's funny, of this, kind of. So, in my head, right, if this was built in, like, a SeaWorld or, like, Universal or whatever, this would be, like, the kids' park, like, the kids' area where you have, like, little tiny Ferris wheel, then you go to, like, the teacups, then there's this dark ride, there's, like, a little monorail, and then you go to, like, the big splashdown ride, you know? Like, there's, like, rides to, like, kind of graduate to, like, different levels. And so I was kind of like, well, if they're building this big dark ride, right? And of course, in my brain, I was like, how can we tie this to an IP? How can we get brand synergy? Thank you, Bob Iger. But I was like, how, like, realistically, I think if they were to build something kind of like this in real life, it would be based off of, like, a TV show or something. And I remember a long time ago, there was a show on Nick Jr. or Disney Jr. I think it was called Octonauts. And it was, like, this little, I think it was literally just, like, explorers or something in, like, the ocean. And so I was like, well, it could kind of be like that, you know? Like, the ocean is full of so many things, and we don't know what's down there. So, I mean, I'm sure you could let kids' imaginations go crazy in the ocean. And there's, like, that little guy that, like, takes pictures in he's, like, the little mascot guy. And so I was like, what if he's part of it, too? And so I was like, okay, what if this is, like, an institute, and what if he's, like, the photographer? Maybe he's, like, a journalist or something, and he goes down, takes pictures of everything. It's, like, a little photo op, and there's, like, a little, like, buggy, maybe, that they, like, drive around, and, like, they're like, we're on an adventure, or whatever, and that's, like, their, like, land vehicle. And maybe those, like, there's little, like, characters you can, like, meet and greet by the little buggy thingy. I don't know, I'm trying to think of, like, things that theme parks would do with, like, photo ops and meet and greets, and that's a thing I hope we get in this game. We got it in the last one. We got it in Planet Coaster 1 with, like, different, like, photo points. Oh, this was kind of cool. I did, like, a little crown in a weird way with those pipes. They are tied to a grid, but if you separate them from the building and then rotate them, oh, this is funny. The Institute. Then I was like, well, that sounds a bit crazy. And then I was like, the Seastitute. The Seastitute. I'm a child. Anyway, meet and greets would be really cool in this game. I wish we had more mascots. I know they're coming. The game's been out for like a month, okay? But I don't know. I really like the idea of just even like putting like different like animatronics out there. Maybe if we get more animatronics, would be kind of cool to have like a little like meet and greet. And I hope we get like an ocean person or like a puffer fish or something, you know, like something kind of stupid. Oh, so you'll see me fiddling around with this sign for a very long time. Yeah, I try to go full on EPCOT with it because I know, like, EPCOT loves circles. I don't want to call it brand design, but like the graphic design of 80s EPCOT is amazing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's like different circles and different designs, and every pavilion has their own symbol. And EPCOT in and of itself has its own symbol, and it's just, oh man, I don't know. They kind of brought it back with the new EPCOT changes, but they kind of didn't bring it back right. Oh, this sign! Right, I looked away for 1 second. This sign is like a sideways cinema sign, and I just thought it looked really kind of EPCOT-y, you know, like the weird bumpy thingies like on top and like the little pillars. This would kind of be like the sign you would find outside the pavilion, like the Wonders of Life or like Horizons, rest in peace. Never ridden it. Never even see I've seen a POV of it recently. And I know it's weird that I say recently because it's one of those things where I want to learn about it, but I'm also just like, damn. Like, the more I learn about it, the more I'm just going to be like, this was lost, and that's really sad, you know? Oh, so we have a little meet and greet car that's out front. I built that. I'm sorry. I built it off camera, I guess. And then the sign was finished, which you saw right there. Anyway, yeah, no, Horizons. I don't know. It was one of those things that, like, you hear about online and it's like a legend, you know? You're like, oh, Horizons was like the best thing ever built, and then they destroyed it because of, well, no one really knows why. They think of like they think like a sinkhole opened up like underneath something because one of the pillars in Mission Space was like really huge going into like the Earth, you know, like one of like the foundation pillars. So that's a possibility. It is Florida. But I guess there's also just like water damage could be potentially, because the building was a very strange shape. It was shaped like a... I'm gesturing with my hands, like you can see. It's like a... I don't even know, like a squished parallelogram, but like symmetrical. Very strange building. Cool. It was a very cool building. Very 80s, very futuristic. But it may have caused some issues in terms of, like, you know, water and stuff like that. Which is unfortunate, but, you know, it's Epcot. So I wasn't around to explore old Epcot. Like, I visited Epcot for the first time, like, 2004, I want to say. And then again, like, 2008, and then after I became, like, an adult. So, I don't really have a good grasp of what, like, classic Epcot was like, and, like, a lot of people love classic Epcot, and so I think I've kind of grown to, like, appreciate a lot of old Epcot, and I don't know, I think it's kind of like a trope online to be like, oh, Epcot, like, they ruined Epcot, but, I mean, okay, when I was growing up, right, I had the Discovery Channel on all the time, I had the History Channel on all the time. Before this, they were playing, like, American Pickers, like, all the time. They used to play things like Modern Marvels and shows like How It's Made, and as, like, a kid, those were just so fascinating to just, like, figure out how things were made and designed and how much, like, human, like, you know, hours went into it. I think as, like, you kind of, like, grow, like, an appreciation for the things around you when you learn how much shit goes into them, you know? And so to go to, like, a theme park and to learn a bunch of stuff in a way that's very accessible and exciting, that's just great. And I'm just like, I don't know why they moved away from that. Like, edutainment is amazing. This dome is a scaled up water tank because they didn't give us a dome for the curved pieces, which I don't know why they didn't do that. I think this set's missing, maybe it's missing some pieces. I'm not going to say a whole lot, but it's missing some. But, I don't know. I wish Epcot would go back to the edutainment. I know that Animal Kingdom is kind of edutainment, where it's more like conservation, and that's very important, don't get me wrong, but I think having pavilions that teach you about just the world around you is so just, it sounds ridiculous for me to say it, it's very important. I don't know, it was just accessible information, accessible education. It sounds crazy the way I'm saying it, I know, it's just a theme park ride, but there's just something about it, you know? This room, I wasn't exactly sure what to do with, so I did, like, a weird, like, eyeball glass thing. I don't really know. It was supposed to be, like, these two glass things were, like, some kind of weird, like a pressure thing. I don't know. It's sci-fi. It's a dark ride. Does it have to make sense? No. It's just for the fun. You know, I don't know. It's like a bunch of, like, glass things I add on it, because, like, I put, like, a bunch of, like, blue lights behind it, which you'll see. Yeah, see? That looks kind of cool. Didn't really know what to do in this room. So, as you can tell, it's just a bunch of blue lights, but I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool going around, and, like, being in a room with just, like, a bunch of black lights and seeing, like, the, like, reflections of everything. I didn't place them very evenly. I go back and I do fix it. So, but I don't know. It's been a weird tangent about Epcot and edutainment and how much I wish they would just bring it back. You know? I don't know. Like, one of my favorite rides is Spaceship Earth. And when they announced that they were redoing it, I'm excited, don't get me wrong, but I'm also kind of nervous, because adding Disney characters into the history of communication, sure. I mean, Okay. That has me a little worried. Disney is they're storytellers, so of course they're gonna, put themselves in there. But I don't know. It's not needed, Anyway, enough about Epcot. So the POV of the ride is coming up soon. It's a very long ride. I'm not going to talk over it. I might add music over it or something. But yeah, if you want to stay for that, you can. Thanks for watching all the way through. It's a long one this time, so thank you. But I will see you in the next video where we work on the whole themed area in the themed land in the park. And it's so exciting. Okay. Maybe we'll develop some more lore for the land, like what kind of adventures the characters go on or whatever, because it is maybe like a kid show. So could be pretty exciting. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next part. Okay. Goodbye for now.